slide. Gotta go play on my water slide. Just bought the dang thing, need to use it. Then we'll come back, we'll eat. Have to go to work till 4 anyway. Speedo man! Different room, same bride. Yeah, definitely different room, same bribe. Absolutely. At least she's closer to the bedroom now, so she can not have to walk up 2 flights of stairs. She always looked at me funny when she had to walk up 2 flights of stairs. Well, he's definitely having fun, so... Answer phone. I know. I know. The business office is celebrating the end of a major project and they'd like you to perform at their party. The event won't last forever, so grab your guitar and head to the business office. You'll be well paid. Okay. Let's do it. Werbozord. Are you saying Polly? Who are you asking is 8? Polly the bulldog is 4 years old. Bobby is now level 2. Oh, yes, you would think my character's 8. He sure does behave like he's 8 when he's on that slip and slide, doesn't he? So... Why does it say this area is dirty? Sink, maybe? Oh, yeah, I need to clean the sink. That's what it is. How you feeling? Feeling better? Why do you still have a home phone? Who still has a home phone? I know there's still some people who still have phones in their house, but it just seems weird. Why spend the extra money for... Because I don't want everybody to have my cell phone number. I have not actually had a landline since 2014. Yeah, 2014 was the last time I had a actual physical landline. And I have not had an actual physical landline since 2014. Hey, Jester! You've been lurking in the background for a while, haven't you? Well, and see, that was the thing. The only thing I was really getting on my landline were sales calls, right? The people wanting to come out and give bids on our windows or hey, we noticed that you need a new fence put in. Give us a call. We'll update you. And I'm like, "Hey, what have you guys been doing? Driving by my house and looking at my fence and stuff. And so yeah, we just opted to get rid of it. That way I can just see it on my cell phone. Huh, well, if it's important, they'll leave a message and I just end the call. Nice. Daily grinds are fun. Yeah, but scammers are fun to play with. I had an interesting scam the other day. I received a scam that just some random email address, and it said, "Hey, this is your granddad, blah blah blah, and we're having financial problems." Goes off on this whole thing, wondering if I could pitch in a little bit to help him. And I replied back, "Holy crap, Grandpa! I didn't know you could send email from beyond the grave." Man, the bad words that came out of that was just I was laughing at how yeah, that's my other favorite one is the uh, we're calling about your car's extended warranty, and I'm like, well, which car are you calling about? And they're like, well, your car. And I said, well, I have like four of them. Which one are you referring to? And they said, well, all four of them. And I said, well, that's kind of interesting. I didn't know I could still get a warranty on my 1964 Dodge Custom 880 convertible. That's when they hang up on me. No, those car warranties don't really cover much anyway. They sit there and talk about all the stuff they're going to cover, but they will cover the one failed component. So, let's say for example, you're driving down the road and your motor throws a rod. Okay? That warranty is only going to replace the actual piston rod that failed. It's not going to replace the engine block. It's not going to replace all the other components that got destroyed because of that one piston rod. It's not going to replace. So it's like, what am I really paying for, right? Now, granted, it's going to cover a large chunk of the labor, but those things are, they're just garbage. I know this. I have a couple of friends that work in automotive, and they're just like, it's. Well, and see that's the thing is it will cover the only part that fails, and they sit there and say, well, it covers you know all components of the engine of the car, and I said, well, even wear and tear parts, and they say, oh yeah, absolutely wear and tear parts, and I said, well, does it cover the cooling system? Oh yeah, it covers the cooling system, and I said, okay, so it covers the radiator, the water pump. They're like, yeah, and I said, well, what about a radiator hose? Well, that's not part of the cooling system. I said, how is a radiator hose not part of the cooling system? I said it's the main thing that connects all of the components together. It is absolutely part of the cooling system. And I mean, yeah, I've had a lot of discussions with that, and my friends that work in automotive, they sit there and say that even trying to, as a physical shop, trying to get the warranty work from the company that supports the policy, because there are legitimate extended car warranty policies out there. It's they just hate doing it. They hate trying to go through any of the extended warranty companies just because they never want to pay out. They try and justify every reason why they shouldn't pay out because yeah, yeah. Well, CarShield even has issues. CarShield there's been a lot of reports about CarShield refusing to pay out on legitimate claims. Um, just because they like I said, they only want to replace the single point of failure. They don't want to cover anything else that failed with it. So, like for example, if you identify that it is a single wire on your entire uh, in-car fuse panel, they're only going to pay to repair that one wire. They're not going to repair any of the. They're not going to cover the cost of any of the fuses that it blew out or any of the labor that it took to tear the whole thing apart. They're going to cover the cost of the labor to just repair that one wire. That's it. Yeah, life insurance is another thing. Yeah, you have to be real careful with some of those life insurance policies because some of them will get you if you're involved in a car accident and the car accident somehow manages to be your fault for whatever reason. Most life insurance policies won't cover it. They won't pay out because they'll consider it a suicide attempt, and policies won't cover suicide, right? So it's a lot of them are just it's they have so many lawyers trying to work in their favor. It's just stupid. Well, I knew a lot of policies that weren't paying out because people got positive COVID tests. And they were saying well they were irresponsible, and they just weren't paying out on COVID. I'm just like, really? Come on. You're taking people for literally thousands and thousands of dollars a year in hopes that you're going to can result in painful landings. Use caution next time. From water slide slipped. Nice. Um, but yeah, it's they will find anything possible to not pay out. It's like okay, so back in it would have been what 2005 2006 uh, didn't cover her husband's death because he had cancer despite the fact that he died of natural causes at 86 and was only diagnosed after his death. Wow. Yeah. Yeah. See, that's the same kind of stuff, right? And this is why I tell my wife when I die, cremate me so they can't do an autopsy. Seriously, just cremate me so they can't do it. But my wife and I went to have dinner one night, and we come out of the restaurant. Some guy in a gigantic GMC pickup truck had parked literally on the hood of my car, and I'm like, what moron parks on the hood of somebody else's car? And I go back into the restaurant, and just as loud as I say, as loud as I can, I look around the restaurant and I said, I want to know what moron parked on my car. And I just see this one guy kind of put his head down and shake his head, and he gets up from the table. And we walk out there, and I said, "What? Why in the world would you think parking on somebody's car is a good idea, and then not bother to, you know, ask anybody about it?" And he's like, "Well, I don't think it did a lot of damage." He rolls his car off. My whole hood is crunched in. The front grill's all just destroyed. And then he's sitting there saying, "Well, I didn't cause any of that." And I'm like, "Well, we'll let the insurance company decide." So this moron had Geico, and I'll tell you exactly why I hate Geico. Um, I took it to a really good friend of mine to have the body work done, and he is an expert at dealing with insurance companies. And Geico wanted him to prove 100% without a doubt that this guy had parked on my car. I had pictures of it. I had pictures, video, everything of his car sitting on the hood of my car. His license plate, the VIN number of the vehicle, all that sort of. And the insurance company's sitting there saying, "Well, how do we know these pictures aren't doctored? How do we know that these are from that actual event and you just didn't find some random car?" I said, "Then how would I have known who the owner of the car is? How would I have had him get in contact with you so that I could? I mean, I don't have the resources to know who has what insurance company, right?" And they didn't want to replace my hood. My buddy wanted to replace the hood on my car. They didn't want to put a new grill on my car. They wanted it all to be wrecking yard parts. They didn't want new parts. My friend's like, "No, we're not going to play that game." So he really went the rounds with them, and he got them to literally put all new parts on my car where they normally wouldn't have done that. But yeah, they didn't want to, they were putting all the blame on me because their client was a moron and parked on my car. But it was my fault because if I had parked somewhere else, my car wouldn't have been damaged. Well, clearly I was parked before that idiot. I didn't pull in there and park underneath his truck. It's yeah. I strongly dislike Geico. He just burned his pancake, didn't he? Uh, yeah. So, uh, Geico, Progressive, and what's the other one? The General. Avoid those insurance companies at all costs because they are bad companies. He's rooting for the fire. Yeah. Well, and that was one of the other things is if your house isn't in a designated flood zone, you can't get flood insurance on your home. I'm gonna get fined $500 again, aren't I? I bet I'm gonna get fined $500 again. No, they didn't fine me. Awesome. Um, but yeah, because we had flirt with them to avoid the fine. Is that how it works? No. But yeah, we had a home that we wanted to get some kind of flood insurance on, right? And our insurance company says, "Well, you're not in a flood zone, so there's no reason for us to put flood insurance on it." And I said, "What happens if our sewer backs up? What happens if a pipe bursts in our house? What happens if, whatever?" And they're like, "Well, it still doesn't qualify because you're not in a flood zone." I'm just like, so how do I protect myself against that? Are those normal peanut butter and jelly sandwiches? Yes. Put away leftovers. Clean up your plate. How close am I to work? Really? Oh no, it's Saturday. I don't need to go to work. So yeah, I'm. I know I see the necessity for insurance companies, but I don't like the way they do business. And it's. I mean, I know some of the companies out there are really good. I myself am with Allstate, but they've treated me very well in a lot of circumstances. But it's still. They all play their stupid little game. Yeah, he's gonna clean that. I think we need to call a repair guy out here. Call services. Yeah, and I have a rule to where I don't lend my car to anybody, and if the company's going to have it on consignment, um, they resume and assume all insurance on it, and then I remove the vehicle from my insurance. But I would usually have them. No, don't mop up the pedal, not yet. What was I saying? Oh, I'll usually just tell them, you know what, buy the car outright, and then you can sell it how you want to sell it. Let's chat, and let's chat with. Let's chat with her. Yeah, I actually. Wonderful story. A friend of mine had just bought a brand new Ford Probe. It would have been like a, what, 2001. Was it a 2001 Transit? No, I think it was like a 91 Ford Probe. I can't remember what year it was. It was one of the Probes. But he had pulled it off the lot, got it home, parked it on his street, which was his first mistake. And that night, a drunk driver came around and smashed right into the back end of it and just totaled the whole thing out. Just demolished the back of the car. They said he hit that thing, he hit that Probe doing about 45, 50 miles an hour. Just demolished it. Had that car less than like 6 hours when it happened. His insurance company almost didn't pay out on it because they said he didn't have it parked. It was parked on the street, not in a driveway protected parking spot. He's like, show me in my policy where it says I have to park all my vehicles on a driveway in order for them to be insured if they're hit by another car.
Skipatuni, Brap, Samji Talu, Zimbrik Marfus Anika.
Narbo Nitsatin. Zazim.
Was she not able to talk? I don't know if she wasn't able to talk.
Linarb. Kadub. Bordabo. Huva Zigada. Bog.
Oh, Guanda Blues.
Yeah, insurance companies are pretty crazy.
Kodo, Zos, Zogi Gazida, Houston Badunash, Afipsi, Habas Dula Norka. Garkabas. Kroon, Kroona Vibo. Wabi Sani Kuna, Saba Juna, Lorshna.
Yeah, I hear that quite often about Geico, is that if you make any kind of claim, the chances of them dropping you are very high. Even if it's a claim that's not your fault. I've known people who have been hit by other people, and Geico has dropped them because they were part of the accident, even though they weren't the cause of the accident. And the other insurance company paid to have the vehicle repaired. That's never made any sense to me. Perform for party. Yes, please. It's getting mopped up soon. I haven't been paying too much attention to my sim. I've just been clicking on things, having them do stuff. Alright, now we're gonna go perform. Platform for Plate. We're going to the office party. Let's see how many new people we pick up here. Where'd he go? Oh, he was on his way home, wasn't he? Yeah, let's head home. Come on. I've lost track of them. Look, those cars just merged into each other. Alright. Let's get a shower. Clean the shower. Take a shower. Go to sleep. Oh yes, we can eat leftovers, huh? I think my network's finally stabilized. Because I am no longer dropping frames. I think we need to take that out. Yeah, take out trash. We'll do that tomorrow. Then maybe we'll go back to the park and play a little more. Whoosh. I'm just waiting for someone to come and rob my stuff. But I guess my home doesn't look rich enough. Bobby is a lucky sim, which means he will often wake up feeling lucky. A feeling that usually means will be a day full of good luck. Okay. Is that why he's cackling like an evil genius? Super genius. Make the bed. Take out the trash. Then we're gonna go to the park and play. He's really liking that peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Band members. Get to know your band members. Those little bunny slippers. Those things are creepy. Yeah, maybe we'll set up right here. Oh, we want to play for tips. Hold on. Play for tips. There we go. Because that'll complete our earn 25 simoleons and tip. At least we hope it will. Yeah, exactly. Peanut butter or jelly doesn't make your stove burst into flames. Because you start cooking something and then forget about it. Who do we have over here? Morris and Madison Van Watson. Playing in the park on a Monday morning. Everybody's at work. Yeah, that's a good way to earn tips. Now we're attracting people. Man, I'm making some cash. The theater only likes what you're doing with your guitar abilities, but wants to see you take your talent one step further. Improve your guitar skill by one level, and the theater owner will reward you with it. Okay, great. I should just be about there. Oops. $187 in tips. Nice. That was actually a pretty good day. He was feeling lucky, though. You know, I didn't even see Whoa! Oh, he just got run over, man. Oh, did you just see that? He just got run over. That's alright. He's okay, though. Person in an Audi just ran him over. What the heck? He's actually in a really good mood, having a blast. That because my band members are, yeah, because I'm hanging out with them. Oh, he's a band manager now. He just got promoted. Well, hot diggity. His performance and his band charters. Right on. Bob and Nobody earned 187 in tips. Nobody's better at the guitar. Yeah, Duke Nukem 3D. No, absolutely. I actually have that scheduled for one of my retro game nights. Let's play some Duke Nukem. Um, so yeah, be watching for that. In fact, you know what? I didn't even look and see. Oh, it is 10 o'clock. All right, I think this will be. I think when he wakes up, that's gonna be where I'm gonna end it. That'll be the start of a new day, and we'll just cut it off there. So I'm gonna start closing. Excuse me. I'm gonna start closing the stream out, guys. I appreciate everybody who joined, all whopping three of you. If there were more, it's showing that there's three people, but I appreciate everybody who joins and takes some time to chat. I appreciate it. It makes me happy to know that there's somebody out there watching, because I know I don't watch. I get so lost in everything else that I forget to play the game. So yeah, he's gonna wake up. We'll stop it. We'll save it. Call it a good night. And catch me tomorrow. It's retro game night tomorrow. We're gonna see if we can progress a little further in Space Quest. So we're gonna get old Roger Wilco back on there. We're gonna see if we can get through the desert with the skidder and see if we can't get to the next stage. So be watching for that. And as soon as he pays bills, we're gonna call it good. There we go. Bills are paid. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining. Have a good night. And we'll see you all tomorrow.